A few things I wanted to talk to the new scholar about, and I realized once I sat down that the things I wanted to talk to you about really aren't as important as I thought they were. I was going to go through some of the like games and activities and all the materials that you have available to you and tell you about the computer, but honestly, the MT will be more than happy to help you. I do want to stress that the co-teacher that I had for the last 2 years, you will not have, because they have been here through the extent of the Korean TaLK teacher program. So they are now moving on to their, their next journey, which is expected. And I'm really sad, actually. Tomorrow I will have coffee with them, and I'm just like, that to me, that means that I'm really done. Like, the TaLK program is really over. This will be our last coffee date, and I'm really bummed out about that. There is one thing that I want to mention. The MT that is currently at the school that I'm leaving, their English is, I would say, a B1, but they are a little, how do I say, they are a little shy. So sometimes when they're talking, they may forget a word, and then they'll pull out our trusty Papago. Papago has been the connector for this semester. It has been the bridge for our talks, because I think that their English level is higher than B1, honestly, but they get nervous because they're talking to me, a native English speaker, and it kind of freaks them out just a little bit. But I also try to talk to them in Korean too, which is nice, because it's really helped me step up my Korean game the last few weeks that I've been here. So I just want to say, in regards to that, if you are learning Korean, please take advantage of that opportunity to really, improve your Korean. And if you're not learning Korean, to be patient. And I say that again because their English is probably better than your Korean, and they are making the attempt to speak to you in English because you do not know Korean. So I want you to please be mindful of that, be respectful of that, and try to help your mentor teacher as much as you can. Co-teaching, they are phenomenal. The MT that I have co-teaching with them has been one of the best joys that I could have asked for this last semester in the TaLK program. They are great with the kids. They can be stern when they need to, and they encourage me to really have fun with the lessons that I'm given when we work together. And I'm really sad that this week I will not get to co-teach with them again, but it's okay. It's okay. I found out last Friday that that was my last week of co-teaching, because the children now have tests this week to end the semester, and I'm really bummed out about that. But all in all, what I really want to say is, I may be a little biased here, but my school is the best. This school that you're coming into, the staff is really kind. Low-key, a lot of them do know English. They can speak basic English well. They just, everyone gets a little nervous talking to a native English speaker. But I've learned to use that to my advantage. So when they ask me if I'm learning Korean, I say I am, but I get nervous because you are a native Korean speaker and I get really shy. And so it's been a way for me to connect. Like I really pushed myself, especially during this pandemic, to start speaking more Korean, because that was the one thing that I hadn't done. I had been reading book after book of Korean and listening to videos, but I had not really been speaking. And because of this pandemic, I can't go anywhere. So I had to find ways to really like motivate myself and push myself to continue my studies. And I've had to have some very interesting conversations in Korean, but I love it. And the teachers here are super kind. The principal, they are just the sweetest, and the vice principal, I mean, the staff here is amazing, especially just considering how welcoming they are. And it's been a joy. Honestly, if I could stay here at this school for another 2 years, I would. But I hope that you have a great time here, and please, if you have any questions, obviously by now you know you can find me on social media. You definitely hit me up if you need help with something, or if for some reason you want to know a little bit more about the kids before you begin teaching. I don't know yet if you're going to have after school classes. Because like I said, the Korean TaLK co-teacher that I had for the last 2 years, this is also their last semester. So if there are after school classes, you will probably have them with your MT, which is your mentor teacher, or if the TaLK program has funds for a Korean TaLK scholar, then you will have a new TaLK scholar for that time. But yeah, I can't believe like I only have a few more days and I will be gone. But yeah, just have fun. The kids, they are terribly sweet. They're so sweet. It gives me cavities. It's just they're adorable. They're very curious. You may have one or two kids that will test you and see how much they can get away with by, you know, dropping little F-bombs here or there, or trying to make jokes during the lessons, but I will let you figure out how to roll with that because you are now the TaLK scholar and I'm not. And this is now your school and not mine. So I don't want to share too much with you about the kids because I really want you to come in and assess them and see what you can do. And just, I mean, you're a TaLK scholar, you gotta show out. Like, come with everything. Come with your A game. Come nervous and excited and giddy. And remember, you get to teach English. Okay? Think of it that way. You get to teach English. That in itself is a privilege. And I didn't realize how much of a privilege it was until I started teaching here in the TaLK program. So really think about that, reflect, remember what you learned in orientation, especially what type of teacher you want to be. Learn from the kids as you come in and just have fun. And I know that there's probably a lot of external noise as far as the pandemic, seeing your friends, going to Seoul, will there be future TaLK field trips, things like that. But honestly, that's all just noise in the background. Come here to work. Come here to teach. Remember, these kids are sponges and they will they will absorb whatever you feed them with. And I hope that you are ready to have the best time teaching them, because it really can be. Just come prepared and come ready to adapt if you need to. And again, if you have any questions, please message me. You can leave me a comment here on YouTube, or you can find me on Facebook or Instagram. I'm a hybrid, so I keep very odd hours. And yeah, I will be more than happy to help you. And having said that, welcome. Welcome to, I think personally, the best school within the TaLK program, but that's just me. And yeah, I can't wait to hear about your experiences in your journey with my previous school, my previous school and the TaLK program. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. I'm really kind of bummed out. It just really dawned on me that I only have, wow, I only have 5 more days until I have to really, really, really say goodbye to this place. It's been amazing. Again, I couldn't have asked for a better school. I couldn't have asked to be in a better city, and I hope you feel the same way too when you come here. So, to everyone else, if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you. And as always, be inspired, stay inspired, and I will see you in my next video. Annyeong!